Good morning, party people. Welcome to The Breakdown.
With your friends Nath and Johnny, bringing you another exciting reaction and another little exciting thing. Our boy Chris Turner's back. Another song's dropped.
Yeah. We've done a few songs that Chris has released, some instrumental stuff off his upcoming album. This is his brand new track, Butcha Boys, featuring Boofgods. Never heard of Boofgods, but it's a fun name.
Yep, so is Butcha Boys.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just all about meat. I love meat. Don't.
Sometimes I don't even have to. Put headphones on. We'll jump into this one. We're also going to talk with Chris straight after this as well, discuss this brand new track. This is our first listen, so...
We love having a chat with Chris. He's such a great dude.
He's the sweetest.
So, hey, you should all be great dudes and dudettes. And like, subscribe, and follow us on the socials and all that. Check out the merch. Love you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't press play. Now I did.
Happy with this.
I love the not entirely happy with this thrown in there. Damn, that's some nice cars.
We got lyrics.
We got vocals. We got meat. Oh, them hot dogs.
Not the buns, bro.
Jeez. Shit. Far more sort of groove gent than the other stuff. It's less sort of, I guess, so far, less down that sort of techie sort of road. But I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Just
Every
groovy vibe.
time we watch a video, I've kind of forgotten this, I'm reminded of just how uncoordinated I am and pathetic compared to him.
Oh, he's a robot.
Yeah.
We've said that before. Yeah.
Crazy
He's the talented.
Crazy talented.
Yeah.
Why will this not press play?
So wild. Oh, that was sick. Yeah. It's a very different approach musically.
Yeah, it is. I love
Oh
that.
my god, he's
I
so
kind of
good.
like forgot it, but he didn't. He doesn't forget anything.
Oh, it's insane.
So good.
Let's get hooky. Loving that picked melodic guitar. hell. Jesus.
Far out.
Titty fucking Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah. What a man.
Feet.
What a man.
Just-
And you have a foot
What a
fetish.
mighty good man. Did you see what I did there?
Nah.
Oh,
Oh,
that was so sick. Yeah, that was great. I love how it was a little bit more along the sort of simplistic, sort of melodic side musically. But he just has this way of just throwing in the most cool shit, and the feet patterns and syncopation is just insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
I have some questions, so we'll save them for him. We're going to jump in the call right now, and we'll see you guys over there.
Oh shit!
I got a proper notification.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, and that one's recording. All right, let's just jump into it. Dude, so good to see you.
Hello.
Ever the professional.
We just bring it real on this channel, straight up. This is Chris the way you want to see him.
This is dinner time for you, isn't it? Our morning is
It's
your
like-
night.
It's just gone 9 p.m. I'm having my pudding.
Pudding.
I love
So
pudding.
British.
Yeah, very. Pudding is just dessert, though, right? Like, if you had ice cream, you'd still just call it pudding.
Yeah, probably.
That's
Really?
adorable. Yeah,
It's adorable.
It is
Jesus,
adorable.
Oh God.
Hey, talk us through the concept for the video clip here. You just rocking out some hot dogs and fast cars.
Right. It's a bit over the top. By a bit, it's massively over the top. So the intro, we sat down, a few of us sat down and we said, what do you picture when you hear this intro? And all of us said, we see drift cars. It's the music that you hear on drift games. It's the music that you see on a drift video. It's like, it has to have drifting. And we always like in agreement, we're like, yeah, we have to have drifting in it. But then it was like, but what does that have to do with the title Butcher Boys? It has nothing to do with the title Butcher Boys. So we all sat there, literally with a pen and a paper, like really serious, trying to think, how can we link being a butcher to drifting? So we came up with this concept that we're going to open up a fake, like, catering service, like a mobile catering service, and we're going to like cater for drift events basically, and we're going to have like a grand opening party where we just all get drunk and send it in some cars and stuff. So
Yeah.
Chris
it
loves
doesn't
music
make
and he
too
now has
much
a catering
sense.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make that much sense, but it's definitely entertaining.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was very funny to watch. I mean, look, I'm a little bit disappointed all of those delicious hot dogs got wasted. As
There was
we
a
get to-
hundred.
There was
There
what?
was 100 exactly, yeah.
Jeez.
There's a lot of hot dogs. Hey,
That's not the ridiculous bit.
talk to us.
the
You go.
Sorry, that's not the ridiculous thing. 100 hot dogs is nothing. The ridiculous thing is the fact that for a 30-second intro clip to a drum video, doesn't need much, does it? But for a 30-second intro to a drum video, I actually rented a part of an airfield. I actually rented the runway from an airfield. I actually got a professional driver to crash his, competition full spec car into a table full of 100 hot dogs. Like, it's so over the top.
You don't do things by halves.
But that's so
That's
cool.
cool.
So cool. It just shows like how dedicated you are to making this something special. And
Yeah.
it's the memories that you're
And
gonna have from this, man. So good.
Plus, it was
Remember
really
that time we
fun.
crashed into hot dogs?
Yeah, 100%. Hey, talk to us about Boofgod. That's such a fun name.
Boofgods, yeah. So I was I kind of work on the beats with different producers and different people. And at the time I was obsessed with Boofgods. He just does, it's called funk, but it's actually a genre called funk, like PHONK. It's not made
Okay.
up, it's a real genre. And I was just obsessed with this stuff. I was just grooving it every day. And I was like, I should do a funk beat. It would be quite cool. So I just messaged him, not expecting much. And weird story, actually. He said that he found Triggered that week and he
Oh,
loved
right.
Triggered. So when I hit him up, he was like, what the hell? Since then, we've written 3 songs with his
Wow.
beats, and so the album has more Boofgod features. But yeah, he wrote the intro beat, the production for the intro beat, and he's the person rapping as well. It's not me rapping. I was just
I was going to ask that.
No, I was just having too much fun on the day. Like, I'm going to pretend to be a rapper for the day.
Yeah, why not? Hell yeah.
But yeah, he's a sick dude. He makes sick beats, and there's a few more sort of funk style beats on the record.
Cool.
Well, that's what I wanted to sort of say. That it had such a different vibe to the last 2 tracks. I mean, they've been different in themselves. Obviously, having Thomas on there, a feature like another drummer, is going to change it up completely. But this was such a different vibe. It seemed like it was a little bit more simplistic in the terms of it was meant to be a bit more melodic, maybe more of a hooky sort of song. Was that a conscious sort of thing?
No, well, it was a conscious thing to do this song, but it as the next single for these reasons. But when writing it, it wasn't, let's set out to do this. Yeah, whenever I work on a song, my plan is to just write the best song I can. Every time I try and just write the best piece I can. I never try and write a single, and then I never try and write album filler, and then I never try and write a purpose. I just get excited about a beat or get excited about an idea, and I just run with it and try and make it the best I can. And they all turn out however they turn out.
It turned out awesome.
But I actually recorded, I've got 7 songs total done now with drum videos and everything. So I've only got 3 left to finish the album. So obviously 2 of them are already out. So I had 5 songs to pick from for this single. And we were listening through them, and they all had their merits. They all had their pluses. One of them, Juice, we viewed as the real safe bet, actually. It was quite very similar to 40 Roll, and it had really techie drumming, and it was like, that's the safe bet. We put that out, we know it'll work.
Yeah.
But we couldn't not enjoy Butcha. Something about Butcha is so fun and just different. And we were looking at him, we viewed Butcha as the high risk song. So we're looking at Juice as the safe bet, and then we're looking at Butcha as the risk. And I'm thinking, you know, you don't get anywhere by playing it safe, do you? I'm like, let's do Butch. Let's take a risk. Some people might not like it. Some people might be turned off by the rapping or whatever, or it might be a bit too out of the box for them. But, you know, I'm going to hopefully expand to new audiences and hopefully hit new people with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was talking to someone and they said, should I pick the safe one or do the high risk one? I would be the first person to say, man, don't go safe, do the high risk one. So I just took my own advice there.
Practicing what you preach. I like that.
That's it. I literally practiced what I preach.
Hey, I was just saying to Johnny before we start recording this part of it, how focused, I noticed more in this one, your eye contact while drumming this one. I really noticed how like clear and concise, which just confirmed that you might actually be a robot. Everywhere, like the next bit you go, your eyes are like shift focus, and maybe it's just the camera angle of a bit more this time, but it just kind of showed me how very, very aware of the next step for you. You're very like methodical about the way you play. Are you continuing doing these one-take drum performances as the videos?
Yeah, the whole album will be one takes. That's how it's. That's the whole point of the album. So essentially, the whole album will be a real performance. And because there'll be a drum video for every song, even though I'm not doing any more singles, I'm still going to do intro scenes and drum videos for every song.
Yeah.
So you will be able to watch the entire album being recorded, essentially. You know, you could listen to the album and think, wow, this is a real performance, and go online and watch the actual real performance. So it's definitely a lot of effort, but it's pretty cool.
So the question is, we've gone from 40 Roll to Triggered having a video game. We've gone to hiring an airfield to crash into hot dogs. I'm a little bit concerned of where you're going to go with this.
I've already got them
by song 10.
I've already got them planned. I need to be careful with how much money I spend on them, because it could get silly.
So I bought a city.
I've genetically engineered a dinosaur, and I'm going to ride a T-Rex in.
The next one that I'm hopefully filming in a couple of weeks, I shouldn't really talk about it, because it's one of those things, if I talk about it and then it doesn't happen, I just look like I'm an idiot, or I look like I made it up or something. But I'm halfway through arranging the next one, and it involves a private jet.
Great.
Oh, had to.
Yeah. And that one's only, I think it's an 11-second intro. It's like I could fill 11 seconds with logos. Do you know what I mean? But nah.
Yeah, all green screens. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's still send it.
So like I said, obviously just before, that you sort of this song has a little bit more of a melodic sort of songy, sort of hooky song sort of feel, but you've got this like way of just making sure you add the Chris Turner shit, like the syncopation and the patterning and the little fills that you do. Man, your feet. I've said this before. It's just insanity. So I don't think this is a question, more just a well done.
Well done.
Oh, thank you.
It's just really tastefully executed and really tastefully put in there, and it didn't take away from the song at all.
Yeah, another reason why I wanted to do this one, because when I was looking at the safe bet Juice, the other song, I was thinking, yeah, it's going to please all the drummers because they'll see me doing this and this and this is really hard and that's crazy, and everyone turned around to me and said, Chris, you don't need to prove that you can play drums anymore. You don't need to do another crazy song. You just did Triggered. Triggered's crazy. They're like, you don't need to impress anyone. Just put out your favorite song.
Yeah,
that's a really good point.
That's another reason why we went for Butcha. It's just such an enjoyable song. It's not the hardest thing on drums in the world. I'm hoping to actually see a lot more drum covers and a lot more guitar covers, because musically speaking, it's more simple. But
have you seen
I
still got the previous stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just still got the Turner edge on it, like you said. Still tasteful. I haven't gone overboard and put too much in. It's suitable per track, isn't it? Like if the song calls for it, I'll match it. But the song didn't call for it, so I just little sprinkles here and there. But yeah, I'm glad you appreciate the tastefulness of it and the fact that I didn't go too crazy. I went too crazy with the intro scene, but I didn't go too
you made up for it there.
You can't be boring all the time. You got to get crazy sometimes.
So whose cars were they?
So I was really upset that I couldn't take mine, because mine is in pieces. Yeah, mine is in absolute pieces right now.
From the
first white one.
Oh, don't table took it out.
Dude, you want to see it's my phone on me. Look at the damage to his car. It was bad. It cut not a hot dog. It cut a table-shaped hole out of his car.
Oh damn!
No.
So that one, it belongs to someone called Matt Denham. He's a friend of mine, and he's actually a professional drifter.
Cool.
So we actually had a professional driver there. And the other two guys, I didn't know them before the shoot. They're Matt's friends. I gave him the concept and said, do you know enough people to make it work? He was like, of course I do. And he said, are you bringing your 350Z? I was like, if it's ready, of course, but it wasn't ready in time. But very kindly, one of the people who was there called Adam, he just sort of chucked me his keys and said, go for it. So I still got to have a skid in one car. It was a really, really fun day. Everyone was super cool. All the guys there were super cool. But yeah, the cars belong to Matt, Ed, and Adam.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Kudos to those two.
I was upset I couldn't take the 350 though, because that would have been even cooler.
Yeah,
even more fun.
When I saw the cars, I half expected to see it there, but that makes sense. So, in terms of like you getting all this prepped, has like the COVID shit sort of slowed you down at all, or has it been okay because you're kind of doing it alone?
Well, COVID inspired it in a way, because I couldn't tour, I couldn't do anything. Like, how do you be a drummer when you have to stay in your house for a career? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So it was kind of my solution to still being creative and still being a musician from home. So that's not really been an issue. The only issue I had was when I snapped my tendon there.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
That set me back.
My next question: how's that recovering?
Yeah,
pretty good. I'm back on the climbing wall. I'm using it as rehab though. I'm not like climbing to train. I'm climbing to retrain my tendon.
Yeah.
But I had
no big
definitely
dinos
fell off the horse for a while. No, well, you know how it goes better than anyone. Like you get an injury and then you overcompensate and then you get a secondary minor injury and then
I had a bad
so when I got back on Yeah, literally.
Collect the whole set. Next up,
When I got back on, yeah, when I first got back on the wall though, I was like only relying on this arm. So this arm, I'd like hold holds like that, so my bad finger wasn't on the hold. And then I'd like slug through, and I was putting that much work on this arm. I got a bit of a shoulder injury, and I fell off the horse for a while. It's hard to get back on when you're in that point.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm back on it now. Definitely back on. I mean, I'm not like pulling on like small holds yet, but my health is.
As long as you can drum again,
my health is coming back. I say my health's coming back whilst I eat chocolate cake and drink beer, but my health is coming back.
Treat yourself.
So yeah, the only sad thing about that is
what would Johnny do?
Yeah. The only bad thing about my finger is the fact that it's just going to push everything back. Like I originally set out to have the full album out this month.
Okay.
But I'm not there because of the finger, which is that's a shame. But I saw everyone's really understanding though. I sent out a thing to all the backers and I said, look, I'm a few months behind because of this, and no one was mad. Everyone just said, oh, get well soon. You know, we look forward to it.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Album's still a few months out. Well, yeah, 2 to 3 months out, I guess, for the full thing. But
okay. Hey, we've got something to look forward to. That's okay.
Yeah, and that's another reason why Butcha was a good choice, because I know that I got plenty more in the bag, you know, of crazy drumming. It's not like I put it all out there up front. I've got them in the pipeline, so.
Man, like
you know what I mean, when people give too much away up front.
Yeah, but like even like you dropped 40 roll first, and it was enough for people to just sit back and go, holy shit, like this dude means business. Like so like like you had said, you don't need to prove to yourself or prove to anyone. One question, I don't know if you're allowed to answer it or whatever, so if you're not, just say I can't answer. What's happening with Oceans? Anything happening there? Because you dropped that banger and then kind of all went quiet, and I have seen a lot of comments saying, where's Oceans?
Yeah, the comments won't stop till it's out. It's that is something that COVID has slowed. It's one of them. All we've got left is vocals. I'm not sure how much I'm meant to say, but all we've got left is vocals. So drums, guitar, bass, tracks, everything. Not only is it written, but it's recorded. It's for the most part mixed. It's just vocals left, and there's not even that many vocals left. I think there's either 1.5 songs or 2 songs left total on vocals. So it's like this close to being done. But yeah, there's a lot of hurdles. We just keep having hurdle after hurdle, and it's just become such a slow process.
Yeah,
I'm amazed at people still being so patient with it, to be honest. But
look, I think people are sort of probably assumed that it has a lot to do with COVID. I mean, bands are again cancelling tours left, right, and centre. Things are getting pushed back, and I think that people have sort of, as much as it sucks, it's become kind of accepted that this is a giant hurdle that the world's going to have to keep overcoming for some time. So,
yeah, I had some tours cancelled for March as well, which I was really sad about.
Yes,
sorry to hear.
Yeah, I was really excited for that. It's one of those. You can't fight it, can you? So you just gotta keep cracking on.
I'm busy. You're doing the right thing though. The fact that you're keeping busy, you're creating, and you're still putting out stuff and still keeping yourself creative is exactly what you need to be doing right now. So kudos to you for that. You
have a choice, don't you? You have the choice to go and work as a gardener or something. You know what I mean? Like do something that you're not really trying to do for a career, but just to get by. Yeah. Or you could just let your health fall apart and just sit at home and drink. I'm not being kind of like talking bad about myself when I say that, but do you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to keep creative and keep true to what I do and try and keep healthy and cool. Yeah, I mean, like COVID for us, it gave us a chance to push forward a little bit more with this. So, I mean, silver linings where you can get them, I suppose. That's it, yeah. You got the sign as well. The sign's hard. Yeah, it's good, huh? Kings of Neon did a great job of that one. So, yeah, we actually have like the proper studio now, which makes things a bit easier rather than just like ad hoc in my kitchen. Yeah, first time we chatted would have been in Nathan's kitchen. I think last time we chatted was in the kitchen too. Yeah, there you go. Was it? I thought I was not at the gym. Might have been. I don't remember. When did you release that? How long ago? When was Triggered? don't know, 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, I think we've only been here for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
So-
maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But we've definitely been a kitchen interview.
Yeah,
Should have whipped up some hot dogs.
that's it. Yeah. Dude,
Did it too
didn't
late.
know it. Only one person ate one hot dog that day. They were gross. I paid 25p a dog, 25p for the bun, the bread roll, the actual hot dog, and the sauce and the onions and everything came to about 25p a dog.
Wow.
You didn't want to eat those hot dogs. They were so gross.
No, that sounds like.
And we didn't even cook
stick.
them because they were ones that you could have cold, apparently. So we didn't even heat them up.
Gross.
I mean, they were there.
Shouldn't.
They were there to be driven into, not to be eaten. But
Yeah.
the video guy ate one, and he was like, "It's okay." I was like, "I don't believe you."
Anyway, and now he's dead.
Yeah.
So,
He's still on the toilet.
well, dude, thank you so much for taking the time. It's so good to catch up, and we're so excited to see what you got coming next.
Hell yeah.
You're always impressive.
Thank you, guys. Always great catching up. I'm so glad you guys are doing well as well. And,
Thanks, man. Thanks. We're loving
yeah,
it.
the next release will be 7 songs in one go, so we could do like a I don't know.
Podcast.
A
We'll jump,
mammoth.
we'll jump on the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Long form.
Ah, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
we could that'd be good.
So, all right,
Awesome.
bro. Have a great
Right,
night,
take care.
and we'll speak to you later on.
Peace, mate.
Peace.
Bye.